All right, peace and blessings, beautiful souls. Welcome to the ESP Clubhouse. And I'm so happy to be able to get together with family once again. You guys are awesome for being here. So, the topic of discussion is the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. And we already did a little discussion a few weeks ago about the first few chapters. And today I wanted to kind of like focus on chapter 4, um, which is the law of non-resistance. So with this chapter, I don't know about you guys, I actually had a hard time with this chapter. I had a hard time really understanding it. So I continue to read it, do some notes and highlight and stuff like that. And it's becoming more clear. I'm learning like non-resistance can be defined as the practice of accepting and allowing life to unfold without resistance and oppositions. And it's a crucial to understand the importance of flowing with life natural rhythms rather than trying to force outcomes or control situations. So I found myself within that last statement just always trying to force the outcomes and control the situations. So I think that's why this chapter was so hard for me to like really understand and comprehend. But as I'm, getting more into reading up on even just the word non-resistant, it really is helping me understand this chapter a little bit more. Um, but did you guys have a chance to read this chapter?
Yes.
Anything that stuck out to you when it comes to the topic of non-resistance and how you see it played out in your life? I've I recognize that every time I try to control a situation, I mean, that right there just showed that when you put so much of trying to control it, you're not allowing things to flow. So instead of saying, "Oh, I'm going to make this much this day and this time and this way and blah blah blah," I'm actually closing the doors for that to happen naturally through other ways, other resources, and I'm saying, "Oh, I'm just going to get it through here." When I try to control the situation, and I'm learning that I have to learn to let go and allow things to flow. So yeah, but
I feel like yes, and that has a lot to do with like just being faithful in those moments. Okay, Luna. But
faithful.
yeah,
Yeah.
just being faithful in those moments, like everything happening in divine order. I feel like in life when I was younger too, I definitely used to think a lot about trying to control everything and like, oh, it has to get done and this that like this right now for me to feel like I was doing good or succeeding. And over time though, when you start to realize like you just got to be patient and let things come to you, you can only control but so much in life, and that just stems from having faith in the results of all things, that everything is happening in accordance for one's good, and by God's divine will. So I feel like really that whole chapter was a testament to that.
Yes,
Yes.
just
Yes.
trusting in the wisdom, trusting in the wisdom of the universe, just trusting and having faith and knowing that things will work out for our highest good if we just let go and just, use the resistance that you are being given as a opportunity to grow and develop from. That's something because we need to have these challenges in life, but we can allow it to be a lesson for us. But just as you were trying to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say the what I've learned from the book too is the fixed images. Sometimes we have a fixed image of what reality is. Sometimes it might be happiness. We have a fixed image of what happiness is, and it's that fixed image that keeps us unhappy. So letting go of the images and allowing our trusting the process is what the book is saying, is what you're saying. Like learning to trust the process. Like we don't know exactly what the images, you know, that that is on our path or our journey. We don't know what they are, but if we sit there and we could, you know, have them already fixed, and it's based off of what we see in the world. Like we look at that image and we, oh, I want that image, and that image may not be for us. But the thing is trusting the process. This that chapter helped me really focus on trusting the process. Yes. And
If you guys are okay with it, I'm going to just read something from the book just to get into this chapter, the law of non-resistance. So
Yes.
gotcha.
it talks about, thank you. Justice and I was actually rereading the beginning of the page and we ran into a section and then it'll lead us there and then he can go ahead and elaborate a little bit more about that phrase that we learned about
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. So nothing on earth can resist an absolute non-resistant person. The Chinese say that the water is the most powerful element because it is perfectly non-resistant. It can wear away a rock and sweep all before it. Jesus Christ said, resist not evil, for he knew in reality there is no evil, therefore nothing to resist. Evil has come of man's vain imagination or a belief in two powers, good and evil. There is an old legend that Adam and Eve ate of Maya, the tree of illusion, and saw two powers instead of one power, God. Therefore, evil is a false law man has made for himself through psychoma or soul sleep. Soul sleep means that man's soul has been hypnotized by the race belief of sin, sickness, and death, which is carnal or mortal thought, and his affairs have outpictured his illusions. So I know, Justice, do you want to jump in with the new
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was
phrase that we were?
soul sleep. Key word. Soul sleep. And you know, again, soul sleep is man's soul has been hypnotized by the race belief of sin and sickness and death. So basically, it's saying what the four agreements is saying. It's saying, I mean, because this is repetitive in a lot of self-help books. And so the image are again that image that we hold on based off of social, you know, social influences. This image is what I want. We're I, I what the four agreements talks about is the first 20 years you're programmed, right? So it's a programming that we have to break free of so that we can actually get in tune with our natural, intuitive, our connection with the Creator, Most High. So basically, soul sleep, our sleeps are our soul is sleeping. Um, and so the key thing with the book is helping you with trying to let you know that, you know, you have to wake up. And this is what ESP is about, is actually waking the soul up. So from that sleep, and the sleep comes again from, you know, the agreements that we make with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? When we make these agreements, we put our soul to sleep. We forget who we are and what we're here to do. So every once in a while, we have to wake up and, you know, find, I guess I want to say, find the images that are meant for us, our true reality, if that makes sense. I mean, it's a really, it's just that part of the book what we was talking about Ness was it was powerful because we went into so much, far as Maya, the illusion, so what 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 is reality? You know what I'm saying? It is an illusion. um and our what is it, a synthetic version, and it's not real. So letting go of the images and You know, basically trusting the process, which is the intuitive.